Hello, Lizod here from Isurus, just in our studio today, and I'm going to do a quick kind of demo / review, general, just hear some sounds that you can get from this Electro Harmonix Pitch Fork. The pitch fork is basically just a pitch shifting device, simply put, kind of like the Detune whammy, that kind of style of thing. But the unique selling point of it, and the reason I bought it and just really like the idea of it, is it's so small. It's a tiny little stomp box chassis. You've basically got a blend knob, so with everything you can choose to have it fully wet, so you're just getting the pitch shifted signal, or you can have it fully dry, not that you'd want to do that, but it's got the full range. Or you can blend in as much of your direct dry signal as you want. And then you've got a knob which controls the pitch that it's doing, so it's basically every single step all the way up to an octave, and then you've got the choice of 2 octaves and 3 octaves. And there's a switch on it as well, which you can choose whether you're just shifting up or down or both. So you can have, if you have it in the both position, you basically say you had it on the octave setting, you'd have your dry signal, which you can choose to be there or not anyway, and an octave up and an octave below your dry signal. So it's really versatile. You can do anything from a minor second to 3 octaves basically. Another cool thing that it does is it's got an expression pedal input, so this makes it kind of more like the Detune whammy in the fact that you can control the pitch shift in real time and do all that cool kind of tomborello type stuff. Also, this is another kind of unique, well, as far as I know, I'm not sure if you could do this with the Detune whammy or not. I've never actually owned one, but it's got a momentary function. So instead of just having the pedal latched permanently on, you can set it to momentary, and then just the effects will be active just while you're holding the foot switch down, which is quite cool. So if you just want the harmony on just one note of a riff or something, you can do that. I'll do some demonstrations of that later. So its specifications, it's just a tiny chassis, like this kind of size chassis, so the small sort of stomp box size, smaller than a Boss pedal size. Yet you've got all this pitch shifting functionality that you used to be able to only get in a kind of big thing with a wah treadle on it as well. It's standard 9 volt centre negative, so easy to fit in your pedal board or rig or whatever. I've got it in a loop, so you won't see me turning the pedal on and off. I can turn it on and off with another device just to make it easier. So at the moment I've got this set on an octave up and an octave down with dry signal in there as well. I'll just show you the clean sound. It's just a kind of clean amp sound with a bit of chorus. So with the effect in, a lot of this kind of stuff works well for sort of single string kind of things, not so much chords. So now I've just set this to the perfect fourth. And at the moment it's doing both up and down, as well as the dry signal. So, or you could have it so you've just got the lower. This is the direct. So this is just it pitching a fourth up. So dry. And the effect. Then you've got a minor second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, minor seventh, and then 1, so this is 1 octave, 2, and 3 octaves. They're all the settings you've got, which is everything basically. Here is the latch control. So at the moment I've got it so it's latching, it's just on and off. Or you can set it to, and it's now momentary, so the effect will only be on whilst you're holding the button down. Obviously you'd be doing that with your foot. So I'm just going to mess around and go through some different sounds you can kind of get out of this. The first one I've got going on here is a third, up and down, which is quite cool. I've got it with a bit of chorus and stuff as well, but it works well for chords as well. Like, give really quite lush, cool sounds. 2 octaves up and down. And obviously with the switch you can choose to just have the lower one, so this will be low with my dry signal. Or just the upper octave. Dry. Cool sound. The most extreme is the 3 octaves, so this is just 3 octaves up. Quite mental. Let's have that with some delay and we'll go up and down and have the dry signal in there. What I've done now is put it onto its momentary function, so it'll only do the pitch shifting once I touch the button itself. So this could be quite cool if you just want one note to be pitch shifted in kind of a riff. So. That's quite an extreme example because it's a minor second, so it's very nasty and evil sounding, but quite cool. So this could be quite useful. So if you have kind of an extreme sort of setting, I've got an octave up, and when the effect's engaged there'll be none of the dry signal as well, so it'll change dramatically. And you could do the same thing, you know, obviously down or all together. random stuff you can do with that. So this is using a fifth, so with one note, basically one string and one note, you've got a power chord. Although in this case, it's going up and down. So if we just have it up, then that would be a power chord. So I've connected an expression pedal to it now, and I've got it set to just an octave up. You can take that to the extreme with 3 octaves. And using both up and down. That's what I kind of love about this pedal. You can do completely insane stuff, or you can do very subtle things. Kind of chorusy and nice, really. Or then the insanity. There's also the first position on the selector switch, which is just called D, which just stands for Detune, so it's like the classic studio technique of either recording 2 guitars just a few cents out of tune from each other to kind of thicken it up, that you can just do easily on a, just by engaging the pedal. So this is a clean sound. By clean I mean without the pitch fork on it, it's actually a distorted sound. And then with the detune on, and obviously with the blend knob you can adjust how severe that is. So, very cool pedal really. Loads of different ways you can use it. You can be really creative with it. You can use it really subtly and just kind of flesh out parts, which I think is really interesting, getting that kind of pseudo 12 string or double track sort of sound. You can do all the cool stuff with an expression pedal. Do all the kind of pitch leaps and jumps and stuff. Yeah, I think it's not going to be any better than any other pitch shifter in terms of the sound it does, I suppose, but it's just the form factor that really attracted me to it. It's so small, takes up no space on a pedal board. It's kind of, I think I'm going to keep it on there. I originally aimed for this sort of, the reason I've got the looper in there is so that I can kind of switch out the effects as and when I want, or even have that go out to another board with several pedals on, but so it's kind of flexible having this kind of space on the board, but I might actually leave it on there depending on how much I kind of use it. a good subtle use for it with the blend quite low. Just having the octave up is a good kind of 12 string sort of simulation. So without the effect. And with it. Or you could do the opposite of a 12 string, which is having it going down. So as a brief conclusion, if you want a pitch shifting device, this one from Electro Harmonix is nice and small, easy to fit into any spare space you might have on your pedal board. Does everything you need, got complete range, all the intervals in the first octave, and then full 1 octave, 2 octave, 3 octave shift, up and down and both together. You've got that momentary function, you've got the kind of pseudo double tracks detune mode, the possibility to blend full wet, dry, use a standard 9V, and it's a really good price. Check it out and see what you think of it.